Hey there, everyone. Feel free to ignore the dishes drying in the background, or you can have fun laughing at me with it. Whichever works for you is fine with me. It's kitchen therapy, and it was the best time to show up for some of my people. So instead of worrying about backgrounds and what lights to turn on and whatever else is recommended, I'm going to just show up for you guys like any other time. So we don't welcome doubt, but it sure does find us too often. Instead of believing the doubt to be possible, we must accept it as a challenge. We can really appreciate it for personal development. We wouldn't have a second of hearing any of it if there wasn't a piece of us that we know could do better. If we don't accept the challenge, the mind will always run through the thoughts that confirm how this doubt is even possible. It would pull on our heartstrings with a running list of all the things we aren't doing well with or like consistently stumbling over. It would be the evidence of what we need to get a handle on. And it is what we need to do because it is an evident roadblock to where we desire to go. It is never a want list of perfection. It is also never as others encourage us to believe when it comes to motivation. It's not how we need to tell ourselves the opposite and why the limiting belief exercise doesn't turn out to be the mindset change for the majority that are staying put right where they are. It doesn't mean that they didn't fully engage and put those exercises to practice. That only works for those who have negative self-talk that is legitimately the opposite of what is, or just those that it relates to best. But for those that try to reframe to an affirmation instead of owning it and accepting it as a truth that could be changed, well, there's no movement, and blaming mindset becomes the greatest excuse in life. And then they learn how to say, I can't get myself to the right mindset to fill in the blank. They see that as the problem when really they're not listening to their true self and or their life. They're turning or being drawn away from their truth, their own reality. Instead of reframing to a positive statement that reads like an affirmation, it needs to be reframed to a need, to hearing the desires in ourselves, or that vision statement that's been calling out to us. What I mean is that limiting beliefs are reframed into empowering beliefs, which, don't get me wrong, that's my language, but I know that beliefs cannot exist without evidence. I feel I have seen this to be true in all I serve and in my own story. The limiting beliefs come from the evidence of how we live. The empowering beliefs sound good and they can ease pain, but until life experiences provides the evidence, it is a temporary affirmation and not an empowerment, especially when it is not connected to the truth. What if the limiting beliefs aren't limiting at all? What if having limiting beliefs is actually hearing the truth in ourselves and our lives? What if hearing the truth and feeling the negativity and pain is a necessary mind in order to know what change to pursue? That internal war that we have, the free will to battle or to be defeated by forfeit. What if? What if we see and hear the truth as who and where we are and reframe it to empowering beliefs in order to know how to truly identify our personal vision of what we desire in our life? Not the want list of what we want to have and see, but the deep desires of what we hope to live with one day, what we hope to become one day. And then we don't skip the in between anymore in life. We take the empowering beliefs that became our vision and we set it aside and look back at the who and where we are today, limiting beliefs, that truth, and we own it. We own all of it. And we then identify all the I need statements that come to mind, the true ones that connect to that vision. And then we go even deeper and we don't run and hide from the truth. We look at those I need statements and we hold on to all the needs that are genuinely what we need to learn, need to discover, find, and need to develop. We toss everything we claim to need from people, from life, the blame, shame, the escapes, everything that runs around in our mind and our reactions to things. And what if we accept the journey, that obstacle course, the hardest fudge work it will take to not stay who and where we are today, so that one day can surely be one of these days in front of us. We would see outcomes from effort that provides the evidence of the possibilities connected to the empowering beliefs that become our vision, that open the door for our personal mission to reach the destination, and those possibilities then charge up the hope meter that keeps the energy believing that since it's possible, it is worth the work, and empowerment finally exists. What if? Ha! All right. If you made it this far, thank you, thank you, thank you. As you see and hear yourself, remember that in order to become more, we must do more. In order to do more, we must discover more that we can do. As we find our better way, we become our best self as individual beings. Yeah, all right. Rooting for you all in the shadows. What works for one never works for all, but I'm going to keep supporting you guys, and I'm so happy to be standing in your corner. Bye for now.